Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Andrew Tiger Lee. We have major breaking news right now. We have major breaking news. Two big stories. One is the NICE bus, one's the NJT, which I'm going to get to in a minute. But first, it looks like we have two bus breakdowns here. We have one NICE bus vehicle that is being tended to right now, and that is 1867 3G. I think that may have been an N21, and I don't know what bus that is in question too, but it appears that we have two bus breakdowns here, 1867 and 1970, unless 1970 is coming in to replace, you know, to help off that bus. But my goodness, you want to talk about meltdown, a triple meltdown in the, okay, I just saw 1867. All right, that bus is dead. It looks like they ain't gonna reset that. Yeah, that looks like that bus is dead. So 1867 is dead. 1970, I don't know if that broke down or not, unless that's replacing it. But the bottom line is, expect longer waits on the N20 and 21 buses in both directions. Also to the NJT front, we have major breakdowns because of an overhead wire issue in Maplewood, New Jersey. Expect major delays on continuing on the Morris and Essex lines on both the Morristown and the Gladstone lines in both directions for the rest of the day today. Also, we had trains breaking down on the Northeast Corridor. It looks like the signals in Ridgewood once again are acting up, and whatever they fixed after that tower caught fire in Ridgewood about 10 days ago, it looks like that's not being fixed properly, or they didn't put it in properly, or vice versa, or because the heat's doing it today. Either way, that's causing delays on the NJT rail front, on the diesels, on the Port Jervis, which once again, every time there's always an issue with the diesels, it always seems like they always get hit the hardest on that line. So we got that, the NJT front, the NICE bus front, and then of course, I mean, it's unbelievable to have a major breakdown, you know, yesterday with the, or the day before with the, yesterday, or actually the day before with the Amtrak signal failure at North Penn Station. It actually went into Penn, but then it affected some of the trains on the Morris and Essex, but then it spilled over to the other lines. So it was mostly on North Penn, so it affected the Northeast Corridor, North Jersey coastline, and then the Raritan Valley. You should not have trains, you know, 1 week. For those that are watching my video, okay, those transit advocacy groups, you cannot let your guard down, okay, when it comes up to this. I understand that you can't keep track of it all the time, but you need a third person. You need a third person on tap to deal with the issues, because people should have known that, okay, you have 1 week that was issues on the Main Bergen Port Jervis, that was the issue, and then then we went from that side of the docket to the North Penn meltdown, and it was going on for 6 hours, and there was no, and everybody talks about what's going on in New York City, but why can't you also talk about the NJT front as well? Because that's also important as well. Okay, there's so much transit issue stuff that needs to be covered. You cannot have 6 hours, 8 hours, or a full day of no coverage, and then of course we had the meltdown on the Long Island Railroad because someone got fatally hit by a train at Hyde Park on Monday. And then of course severe weather. Every time there's a severe weather event in the on the Metro North front, like in Westchester, you know the trains ain't going to be running because of severe weather. Every time we have all these trees and whatnot, forget it. Then everybody's going to be running with major delays in both directions. So this is right in front of my PT place out in Roslyn Harbor. I mean, you want to talk about worst places to have a breakdown? Well, this is one of them. So that's it. thank you for watching this brief video from Roslyn Harbor. Okay, so apparently here we go again with NICE bus antics. I thought it was over, but nope. If you go down the road 2026 heading to Flushing, I'm zooming out in as much as I could, but he just skipped everybody. He just skipped everybody. I'm gonna try to zoom this back out, but he just skipped everybody. And look at how many people he just left behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 15 people at the stop. I mean, come on. So would he already have a missing trip already on the 21 heading in back into Great Neck? Actually, they ended up swapping on the bus, but that trip ended up going missing. And that means another trip is also going to go missing. So if you're trying to go up and down into Flushing or whatnot, and you're trying to go anywhere right now, you're pretty much out of luck. And I think the ladies are pretty much coming up with other options, because you ain't gonna. Unbelievable. So what's the next bus after this? I think they're gonna make everybody wait for the next one, which is in about 15 minutes. Yeah, they're gonna make everybody wait for the bus in about 15 minutes, just because it was unbelievable. Only because he was gonna supposedly lose time or whatnot. And this is a major transfer point for the N20, for those that are going to Flushing. Unbelievable of this agency here. It's already bad enough when you already had a missing trip, a bus breaking down right at the PT place where I'm at, and now this. Unbelievable. He just skipped over all these people here waiting for the bus heading into Flushing right now. For those who are heading to Queens in general. So pretty much, it's every man for himself. And on this hot day and the day after the 4th of July, we have all these issues. And the day before was bad. Today is even worse, I think, in my honest opinion. I'm telling you, for those who are living in New York and New Jersey, you better have a plan, a plan B and a C, because you know what? You pretty much are going to be left for dead with this major transit, meltdowns and fiascos. That's it, I'm done ranting. Take care.